Good evening, everybody, and thank you so much for this truly great honor and for the chance to connect with all of you tonight, even though virtually. I like to say there is no best life without books. So I can't think of a title I could wear more proudly than to be designated a Faulkner literary champion. Since I launched Oprah's Book Club, which is now more than 25 years ago, really since I first became a reader as a young girl, one of my primary pleasures has been to connect with people around books. And that passion has just endured. My recent selection of Viola Davis's powerful, transcendent memoir, Finding Me, marked our 95th selection and brings such great satisfaction to know that our book club is still going strong and introducing readers around the world to an incredible array of writers and voices. So all of you gathered here tonight are fellow travelers on our mutual journey to support the essential role of the written word in our culture, the founding principle of the Faulkner Foundation. It's in their actual mission statement is to, quote, celebrate literature and foster connections between readers and writers to enrich and inspire both individuals and communities. So count me on board for that mission, because I too believe that reading and writing is a crucial contributor to understanding our world and each other, and to creating empathy within and among communities like you. My intention over the years in founding and maintaining the book club has been to inspire new generations of readers and writers to extend a bridge across our greatest divides through learning, through conversation, and grappling with some of the toughest of truths. So one of those truths is that we face a watershed moment in literacy. And I just commend the work of the Faulkner Foundation for identifying and addressing the very real challenges the industry is facing. In part, this moment exists because there are so many demands and distractions on people's time and attention. It's sometimes hard to compete with our smartphones and streaming services for time alone with a book. Although for me, I would always rather be alone with a book. But I hear other people have that challenge. But it's not just about what we do with our leisure time. The literacy crisis is also a direct byproduct of economic and social inequality, which for too many creates a gap in access to books and libraries. And I'm glad to know that Penn continues to shine a bright light, an essential light, on what's happening in schools and communities in terms of book bannings, because we have to support the freedom to read those books that feed our minds and hearts and nourish our souls, books that awaken new understandings and cause us to feel within ourselves that special aha. So it was your organization's namesake, William Faulkner, who said, "Never be afraid to raise your voice for honesty and compassion against justice and lying and greed." When I selected 3 books by William Faulkner in 2005 for Oprah's Book Club, As I Lay Dying, The Sound and the Fury, Light in August, we convened what we call the Summer of Faulkner. I called on Faulkner experts to help us best appreciate and fully get the meaning and intention of those books. And yes, there were those who told us they still didn't get Faulkner, but the large majority felt hugely gratified that they'd finally gotten to read these classics, these American novels, in a meaningful and thoughtful way, alongside others who were also eager to tackle an author that they'd been told was too difficult. So my team and I watched as I Lay Dying shot to the New York Times bestseller list, #2. And it was a great feeling to know that we played a part in that. But that sales bump wasn't the root of our celebration. What I loved about that moment was that it underscored what I deeply believe, that belonging to a community of readers makes every reader an aspirational one, open to new voices and new characters, however different, eager to receive and understand another's point of view and empathize with it. In other words, back to the mission of the Faulkner Foundation, to celebrate literature and to foster connections between readers and writers. Frederick Douglass observed that once you learn to read, you will be forever free. So thanks to all of you who write books, who publish books, who support books, who read books, and thank you for inviting me here tonight as a newly crowned Faulkner literary champion. Have a great evening, everybody.